All right, let's talk about what's going on in the market here. I don't normally do videos. This is Monday morning. What, I don't even know. I think it's Monday morning. Give me a second. Sorry, Tuesday morning. Sorry, Tuesday morning, April 2nd. I don't normally do videos. This is in the morning. This is pre-market. The market's intraday here in the U.S. is going to open up in about 20 minutes, give or take. We're looking at the daily chart in front of us, and what do I see? Well, I see something we don't see too often, and we've had it happen a couple times before. It's happened here. Okay, it broke below the 51.81. We've had it happen back here. It broke below the 49.70 way back here in February. So it's happened a couple times, but not too often. Okay. All right, so this 52, 67, 63 area is a really important area. Now, pre-market's already broken below this. And we're going to have to wait and see here in about, well, for today, April 2nd, to see, does U.S. intraday save this day? All right, that's a big question. Of course, we'll find out. And I'm talking about all the way to the end of futures, which for me here in Texas closes at 4. New York would be 5, and then, whatever. And then tomorrow, of course, will be a big day. But here, take a look at this, guys. This is at the moment. Now, this could change because, like I said, this is pre-market, and this could totally turn around and go up because, it's been a very bullish run, right? But take a look at this SMI. It's a -8. Okay. And why is that a big deal? Well, it's a pretty big deal. Look back here. If I just draw this line, if I can draw a good line, it's about up here, right? That's been going on since, well, all the way back here in January. I think that's January 9th. The last time the market was this low was January 8th. January 9th was 2. January 8th was -25. Okay, so we're -9 and on the SMI. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that the daily chart is beginning to show some weakness that we haven't seen in a very long time. Look at this right here. Okay, and I think this is pre-market. We're already broke well below this 52.67, and there's not a whole lot of support between here and 51.81. I can easily see this, and now there's a little something right here. I think it's 33. Yeah, 52.33. But if the U.S. intraday doesn't save this day, then get ready. I think we're going to see what we'll need tomorrow would be confirmation. It would be the first time in months that we would have 3 days, 3 down days of significant range. We've had 3 down days before, but look, you usually just get 2 big down days. This was 1. This is 1 big down day. Here you get a couple, like 2 small down days mixed with the green day. That doesn't count. 2 down days. Really just 1 big down day. 2 down days, right? You follow me? We're just looking at patterns here, going all the way back over to here. Okay, so I know that we had Good Friday, which kind of interrupted the candlestick back here, this Thursday's candlestick, because there wasn't a lot of trading on that day. You can tell it was a very small day. It that candlestick back here was Thursday of last week, because Friday, Good Friday was closed. And then this was Monday, and this one's Tuesday. So at the moment, this is not that big of a deal far as it's following a kind of a typical pattern. But collectively speaking, if I just look back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 trading days, this is unusual. You got to have like a bit of a vision here. The only time this has really happened is back over here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, same thing, same type of pattern. Very, not exactly identical, but kind of similar. So today and tomorrow are huge days in the market. Right now, this looks really weak. It's either U.S. domestic intraday US intraday saves the day, really saves this candlestick, and it ends up, it might end up being like, I don't know, let's see, I'm trying to find a candlestick here. Maybe it ends up kind of like, it'll be a big long lower wick, which you don't see a lot of those. You don't see, maybe like that day. See how that day was, let's see, where did it open up at? 52.15 got as low as 51.86. It got pretty low. Yeah, so if today gets something like that candlestick right there, you just, if somehow, intraday does that, okay, we get a big lower wick, but we get at least something green, or it gets, closes near its open, then that changes everything. Okay, because that could still happen. Like if intraday just goes on a big, massive bullish run, which would be typical. But I'm just looking across the office here right now. In the intraday charts, the 5-minute, the 15-minute chart, and the 1 hour, they're getting hammered. I mean, they're just getting hammered. We're significantly below this support point. Okay. So I'm just kind of I'm not throwing up the red flag yet and saying, oh my gosh, the bullish run's over. No, I'm not doing that. But I am saying the sharks are in the water, and they are on the perimeter, and I'm one of them. I'll take advantage of this, and I'll definitely take advantage of that. Okay, or whenever it happens. Okay, so I'm just letting you know, because I'll trade bullish or bearish. It doesn't make any difference to me. Okay, I'm a trader. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. I'm not one of those two other animals, I should say. Okay, and I'm going to trade whatever the market gives me. So I'm just putting up. I'm going to call this like a yellow flag, not a red flag. This is a yellow flag. When I see this right here, this tells me pay very close attention, because the market's like right on the edge of we're done with the bull. We're done with the bull, boys. Okay, we're not there yet. I can't say that for sure. I know that's the case, but this has a look to it that we haven't seen in a long time. Okay, this really, like I said, the only time we've seen that is right here. This little pattern that we're seeing has only happened once before, and it survived it. There are some differences here, and it survived this and took off again. So I'm really interested in today and tomorrow. Oh my gosh, look at this market. Right now it's, wow, this just looks like, we're at 8:19. So here in Texas, the intraday is going to open up in about 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes. Okay, I do think intraday we might see some bouncy action going on here, but for members, a lot of you may not get a chance to watch this. I know a lot of members are working during the day, whatever. But for those that are going to watch this video, pay attention to the hourly chart late in the day. Okay, pay attention to that hourly chart. It's up streaming, and you're gonna take a look at those cycles I have up there. You want to pay attention to that, because I noticed it yesterday or the day before. There's some cycle alignment that tells me we could see something happen in the market today, late in the day. Okay, so even if this bounces, end of today, like the last 3 hours of today, that's a big deal. It's going to be a big deal to see what today does, and then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, is going to be another huge day. That, I'm telling you right now, if tomorrow's a red day, if it's red and it has any kind of significant range to it, that's it. I honestly believe that the bull run is probably coming to an end. Okay? But it's too soon to know. Like, what I'm saying is, if we see this tomorrow, like, I don't know what today's going to do. Let's just say today manages to stay red, at least like most of it stays red. Maybe it retraces a little bit, but let's just say it stays a red day, especially if it stays below this 52, 63, 67 area. Let's say tomorrow you get one of these kind of candlesticks, another continuation down, especially if it gets down to this 51.81. Watch out. Okay, that's going to be like the first time in like 3 months, maybe longer. It'll be like the first since over here, right? It'll be like the first time in like 3 months we've seen any kind of candlestick action that looks like that. All right, so right now we're just getting the same old kind of routine here, right? We're just getting this kind of same thing that repeats itself. So today is not enough to say that we candlestick wise. If I was just looking, I like to use the word organic. If I'm just looking at this organically and I only was looking at candlesticks, I would say I don't have enough information yet. But this tells me a different story. This is a breakdown. The only way that this doesn't tell me that we're have a change in behavior market is if this day turns around and finishes up near its open or even goes green. Then it'll save the day. This will kind of retract up like that, and then maybe it starts going this way, okay? But if it doesn't do that and this stays red, I'm telling you right now, the algos and all the big funds, they are definitely watching this behavior right here. They may not use the SMI like I'm using it because I'm just a retail trader. I'm keeping things simple. They have a little bit more advanced mathematics, okay? But in the end, it kind of translates to the same thing. And they are definitely looking at this right here going, okay? So be aware of that. Because if they decide to start dumping, which is really what will move the market, and they could very well decide to do that. Like this is right on the edge of some funds, I believe, that could get ready to say it's dump time. Like they've just been making money, right? They let retailers run this up, right? Plus their own trading in here. They just let it go. But if they detect that the market's running out of gas and they're done, some of these big funds will be the first. They want to be the first one at the chopping block because they want to get the gravy first, and they'll let this sucker fly. Okay, and they'll let it rip. And they'll just start dumping a lot of their positions. So just be aware that right now, even though I don't think we have quite enough information yet, candlestick wise, to say for sure that we've got something going on here, tomorrow would be absolutely huge if we get another red candlestick. But this right here, that is at bare minimum a yellow flag to me. And it's telling me, watch out below. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to do a little yellow flag video. Keep your eye on the market because there's an air or a scent, if you will, in the air, or as sharks would say, there seems to be a little blood in the water. It's not enough for them to go in a feeding frenzy, but it's kind of on the edge. Okay, all right. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'll put out a video later on this afternoon, as I always do.